Astrotometry log. It's August 21st, 2010. It's approximately 0139 UTC at the time of this recording. This is a hurricane watch for the following coronal mass ejection. On the 18th, we had a very, very significant coronal mass ejection that, as far as my research indicates, is required for one of these sorts of storms to form. And this particular ejection was twofold. There was an ejection right here, you see coming out here, and then there was another one, larger one, immediately following, which is probably related storm-wise. And here is the view from the C2, the LASCO C2 instrument. And you can see the original form much better on this one. I'm guessing that this could very easily be a Category 3, maybe even Category 4 storm. The National Weather Service's Hurricane Center is presently tracking two tropical depressions, one with a 10% chance of forming into a cyclone and another with a 40% chance. And I'm guessing that one of these will, I would say probably better than 50% chance, that one of these will form into a cyclone. And the profile of this particular disturbance is very similar to the profile from Hurricane Emily back in 2005. And this is something that I'm going to try to correlate going forward. There were two ejections, very similar to this. There was one over here, more of a cyclonic shape, and then another one over here, immediately following. And if you could imagine this turned, the sun in a different position, these might indicate where these storms are going to form. Now, Emily had a trajectory that is similar to what the Hurricane Center is looking at for this storm. This storm is right here right now, and it could move in this direction, which would be very similar to Emily's path. And so if there is a correlation between these forms, the differences in these forms, perhaps the land masses the storm would be encountering affects what in astrotometry is known as the hypertime foreshadow. So there is an interaction between the future of this energy disturbance and its present form. And so in the present form, there is sort of encoded in it a connection between where it will be going and where it is. Again, this is highly formative. This isn't suitable for emergency management. But there is another factor that I want to go ahead and notate here, and that is the period we're in the cycle. And there is a lot of attention that is going to the shrinking atmosphere right now. The ionosphere has fallen during this minimum period, and the atmosphere has lost some of its density. And if this loss in density actually has something to do with how much of an influence these energetic forms will have on the Earth, then we might see a very similar sized ejection with a lesser effect. And so I'm going to be watching this very closely. We should know fairly soon whether or not these areas are going to be associated with this particular disturbance. Thanks for watching.